Y'all can hear me? Yeah, yeah, y'all can hear me, man. So if y'all could, man, y'all already know who it is, man. It's with them, man, the biggest. Oh, Wolfman, and we back with another reaction video, man. I ain't dropped no videos last week because your boy had a fight, you feel me? Had a fight coming up, I had to lock in, When fight we get here or too close, I gotta lock in. Mentally, I gotta just lock in on whatever I'm doing. Not whatever I'm doing, but on the plan, on the tactics I'm gonna use. So that's why y'all ain't getting no videos last week, man. So we gonna start this week strong with some Renny Ran. You feel me? On why Sick Boy is off all streaming platforms, YouTube, the KUJOBEATS and Ren situation. And y'all been told me to where my book at? Where my book at? Where my book at? Where my book at? Cause I wrote it down. I wrote what to react to next. I realized it actually helps when you do that. Yeah, yeah. But we just gonna take that off the list. I don't know if y'all can see it. Take that off the list. We're gonna take that off the list. Um uh uh. Alright. But yeah, we gonna watch this reaction. I'm gonna be here with you. I'm gonna talk through it, but I'm also eating. I don't if that's a problem, sometimes I know it's a problem. I don't know if it's gonna be loud or not. If I see that it is loud and y'all can hear me smacking, um, let me know. Actually, I don't even gotta let y'all know to let me know. Like y'all so straight up with it that y'all gonna let me know. Like, hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Don't eat while don't eat while you doing a reaction, bro. Let me know, bro. People had a problem with it before, but Renegades, we really like this. Low key, we really like this for real. But if it is a problem, um, let me know, man. But yeah, we just let's. I ain't gonna speed it up or nothing. Y'all say don't speed it up. Y'all gonna watch the full thing. Um, which is cool with me. I don't mind. I don't mind it because it's a breakdown and because I do plan on reacting to so much more of his work. I think it's only fair that I do this. Um, not only for y'all but also for him, just to understand the politics behind everything that's going on. But let me put my hair back here. All right, alrighty, let's go.
I never ever really wanted to have to make, but it's very important for me that I do. All the time, artists all over the world pour their souls into their work.
It's Monday. Oh, okay, okay. Like I was saying, curry chicken, white rice. That's what I'm eating. Let me put y'all back up here. I'm looking at the monitor setup, whatever, just to make sure y'all can't hear me. If I bring y'all down here,
And that work is tainted by money or greed. A lot of you will have been asking me the question why Sick Boy has disappeared now, as well as YouTube on streaming services. It's a video that was very close to me. It's a video that told my story about my health. It's a video that told the story of many other people who have been gaslit by the medical community. It's a story of greed in the music industry, ironically, funnily enough. It's also a song that I poured tens of thousands of pounds into for a music video, for promotion. It was also the leading title of the only #1 album that I've got, so I was very, very proud of it. And we'll no longer have that song, guys. And I want to go into the reasons why. Also, I do recommend sticking around to the end of this video because I've got a very exciting announcement about all of this that relates to all of this right at the end.
now I have to remember to bring my mic back down. But I'm pretty late to everything. So when I found Sick Boy, I didn't know it was taken down until um all the renegades hit the comment section flooded. popping and talking to me. So I feel like it's only right I do this. But yep, I'm here for it.
People who have been following me for a while, they'll know the sort of person I am, they know the principles that I have, and they'll know how I treat other independent artists. So they'll know why it was so important for me to have to make this video. And I want it to be as unbiased as possible. Obviously I'm emotionally affected by it, and that may leak in, right? But I want to share entire clips of these conversations so there can be no doubt. Also, if Kujo and his girlfriend want to share any more screenshots of those conversations, I encourage them to, because I believe that this should all be public knowledge, so there can be no doubt. Rather than taking people's words from it, I would like them just to see transparently what has happened here. To give
Not gonna lie, that's major from Ren. Kujo is obviously the guy that made the beat. He's saying, I'm gonna tell you my side of the story, all the screenshots, whatever. But he's also saying the other party could also put their input on it. He don't want to just be like, okay, y'all take my words because y'all my fans. You feel me? He's like, I care about this stuff, but if they have stuff they want to share too, go ahead, share it. He's not telling the Renegades to go report his page, and no, he's not saying that. He's saying, I'm gonna tell you my side of the story. I'm gonna show you everything that I have, and if they want to, they can show you their stuff too, which is fine with me. So I think that's dope of him, honestly.
Thanks for all of this. Back in 2022, I buy a beat from BeatStars, right? For anyone who doesn't know, BeatStars is a platform that connects producers to artists who need beats. I do produce most of my own work, but I wanted to find some hip-hop beats for inspiration. What I would usually do is buy a beat, arrange it slightly differently, tweak it myself, add my own vocals, add my own layers and stuff like that. I find this banging beat, right, from a producer called KUJOBEATS, which I buy an unlimited license for. This is all very important to keep in mind for later on, right? Unlimited license, which means that I am able to put it on all streaming platforms and get as many streams as I want, and all recording on platforms like YouTube, etc. Right? After I do this, I send my YouTube guy that I work with, and I send the publishing team an email just giving them a heads up, being like, yo guys, I bought this beat, they need to be registered correctly, content ID needs to be turned off. I'll put a clip of that. I'm putting screenshots of those messages here just in case Kujo claims I never did this. I did do this. I also went the extra mile and messaged the team and said, look, we need to credit him on Spotify credits and stuff like that as well, because sometimes artists don't always fully credit producers.
And boom. Well, it's like every time I end up watching, we 3 minutes in. Every time I end up watching, I only watched one other long form video of him just sitting talking, and it was his 1 minute subscriber speech. You could tell how genuine the guy is, bro. The guy as in Ren. Let me be correct. You can tell how genuine he really is. So the fact that he's sharing all of this, he's not even like, bro. Okay.
That I forgot to do it in the YouTube description for like the first month or two, and then I updated it, and then he was fully credited the whole time, right? That was just a lapse because there was a lot going on. I was in Canada treating and stuff. But anyway, he was credited fully, like very soon in everywhere, and as far as I was aware, registered everywhere. So I don't think anything of it, right? Also, in the BeatStars contract, it says very clearly that the person selling you the beat has to own the beat, and if there are any elements of the beat that he doesn't own, he has to let you know. This is very important to remember for what is to follow as well, right? So yeah, I think there's no problems. I buy the beat, I record a song. This is before things have blown up with my music, so I'm still pretty underground artist at this point. I record the track, put it out. I even get a message from him at some point, which is also important to remember because of the hypocrisy of this whole situation. Just like, wicked, I love the track, okay? Remember that too. Before I begin, I just want to add this. I have no problem with BeatStars. I think they're a very innovative company.
He did the cheeky little, this fucking guy. That's what that laugh was. He was like, okay.
I just want to add this. I have no problem because of the hypocrisy of this whole situation. Just like, wicked. I love the track. Okay, remember.
He like, remember that. The motherfucker told me, no, I don't want no bashing of nobody in this. I don't want to, but I gotta, from my perspective, that's what he just did. He like, this fucking guy. He told me the song was nice.
Before I begin, I just want to add this. I have no problem with BeatStars. I think they're a very innovative company who actually help people make art, which I'm very, very passionate about. I think the contracts and the things you're getting into could be clearer, because we're now in a situation negotiating older tracks bought from BeatStars. I would love to talk to the if anyone from there is watching. I imagine they will be at some point. I would love to talk to the CEO, founder of BeatStars, face to face, just because I want to understand how something like this could have happened, and I want to understand why it escalated the way it did, because from what I've heard, he's someone who cares a lot about artists, and someone who creates a platform like that, I think, must be very passionate about music. I'd love to chat to you if you're listening, and I'd love to figure out why this happened and how we can stop things like this happening in the future. I also think that there needs to be a bit more stringent checks on if people are selling unlicensed samples, because then things tend to get a little bit sticky like they have here. Anyway, that's it. I have no problem with BeatStars, because I'm not interested in going to war with them, because I think that it's really cool that there's a platform like that exists for artists and producers to be connected. Just thought I'd put that out there, make that clear. Right, so I arrive home from Canada after a 1.5 year long treatment of treating brain damage and autoimmunity, which a lot of you will know if you've been following my journey. And I'm expecting a nice 2 weeks with my mates before I do my first ever solo show in 5 years because of my health. So I'm just like, I want a nice chill time. I want to be able to focus on rehearsing and stuff. Very early on, I wake up to a message saying, yo, your song Sick Boy has been taken down. So I look at it, and sure enough, it's been copyright striked from this guy KUJOBEATS' channel. And initially I'm like, oh, this just must be some automatic fuck up. So like, I don't take it too seriously. I send him a message like, yo, there must have been a technical error or something here. No response. 2 days. So I'm like, what's going on? So I check his channel, and then I see a comment of that beat that he licensed me, and I see a comment that's like, Ren has left me no choice. I'm sorry that I had to do this. And I'm like, okay, so this was intentional. Like, what? Like, the last conversation I had with this guy was months ago, with him being like, yo, big up your work, it's sick. So I'm like super confused about it. So I send him another email like, dude, what's going on? Again, I get absolutely no response. So I put a comment in his YouTube comment section, and I'm like, bro, I'm trying to get hold of you. Why are you ignoring me? Like, I just want to resolve this amicably. What's going on?
Let's read it out. Fuck it. Oh, mouse just freaking died. Well, other mouse. Hey man, wanted to understand what's going on with this dispute. I thought you had been accredited fairly everywhere. You hadn't been. It's totally my bad. I was going through brain damage treatment at the time of your message, but I thought in regards to the sample, we had a message saying the sample upload for had not been clear, but I had nothing to do with what happened next. That was my publisher. They just told me they were dealing with it and heard nothing about it since. So I'm really confused as to what's going on. But I love this one. I don't want, for your sake or mine, if you could let me know who in my team you've been talking to and what they've said, I'll get on it. Ren's trying to figure it out. You see what he said right there? What he said? You know, he probably ain't gonna fire them, but he gonna check his team like, yo, you gotta tighten up. He like, if you could let me know who in my team you've been talking to and what they've said, I'll get on it. Because if something they've done wrong, because if it's something they've done wrong on their end, I want to resolve it ASAP so everyone is happy. So it's like he trying to, he trying to fix it. He trying to come to like a like an understanding or like a commonplace with them. Okay, okay, got you.
Finally, I get a response on Instagram, and for the sake of this video, I'm just going to put all of these responses in their full form so that there can be no doubt as to what happened. I'm just going to read out like the key moments and explain the key moments. But if anyone's like interested in deep diving, so there can be no doubt as to what's happened here, feel free to pause it. If Kujo and his girlfriend, like I said, feel like I've left anything out, they're welcome to post it. I have nothing to hide about this situation. So he responds, and he tells me that he's been talking to my lawyer for months, which I have no idea about. I've been in Canada. And he seems like quite a nice guy initially, so I'm like, okay, maybe this has all just been a misunderstanding. I remember even saying to like Connor and that, I was like, this has probably just been a misunderstanding and something's gone wrong here. Don't worry. He seems like you're alright, dude. We will sort this out. But then after that little exchange, I noticed a comment in the YouTube comment section on his video saying that I'm lying about the situation, when I thought that we like on the same about the situation, when I thought that we like on the same page here. So I pull him up on it, and he's like, oh no, I didn't say you were lying, when he clearly did. That should have been like the first red flag for me. But still giving him the benefit of the doubt, I was like, okay, maybe another misunderstanding. Anyway, so I contact my lawyer to find out what the hell's happening, because I'm in the dark about all of this situation. And he explains to me that I've been sold a beat with a stolen sample, with an unlicensed sample.
I realize y'all didn't hear nothing I just said, but I was saying those are the worst people to interact with. People who lie for no reason, because it's like it's. I'm not gonna say it's okay, but say somebody lie about something that is like, that it might be true, might be not true, but people who lie when everybody know the truth are dangerous people to be around. Always, whether it's man, woman, always. You got to be careful with those people. That's like if I. That's like me asking you like, um, what color is rain, and you tell me rain is red. It's like, bro, we all know rain is not red. Why you lying for no reason? Don't even make sense, basically. But yeah.
The Bulgarian sample, the Bulgarian choir sample owners had chased him and gone, look, you've used this beat without permission, you've used this sample without permission, and so you need to give us 50% of the publishing split. And what my lawyer's done, because we were sold a beat in good faith and it wasn't actually cleared, he's reached out to Kujo and gone, look, I think you need to absorb this for selling this in bad faith, basically. And they've gone, no, we're not going to absorb that. And then it's escalated, and I think because my lawyer was being slightly slow with the responses, they also, keep in mind, I don't know any of this is happening right now. To get my attention, they issue a copyright strike on the video, which affects my YouTube channel, by the way, and the video gets taken down as a form of leverage, which is a bizarre way of dealing with things, I think, because it would have been a good idea to contact me, maybe, like anyone first, if this was getting so like blown up. Like maybe the lawyers, maybe Kujo could have actually reached out to me, the artist. Nobody did. So I found that a bit bizarre. Any fucking way. Then I read another comment that Kujo's posted, calling me a coward to pay the
P.S. Anytime you see a motherfucker say satisfactory response, it's basically saying, look, bro, you did the best to try to meet in a middle ground, but we want to fuck you. We want it our way or no way, nigga. Honestly, anytime you see somebody said they want a satisfactory response, that's usually what it means. A lot of people don't negotiate in good faith for where both of us could eat. It's either my way or no way, and a lot of people just don't eat. Now both of us gonna go hungry. Let's see who really like built like that. But that's really what that means. You have to pay me the royalties you owe, and I think it's cowardly of you to. It's like, damn, why he doing it online too though? Like, when don't they have each other's numbers?
he's owed, and I'm like, what royalty? That's also I in my head, the publishers are just paying him the money, and now the situation has to change until everyone agrees on it. But I wasn't even privy to that conversation about what a fair split should be yet. So I was like, what? I don't owe you. I don't owe this guy money. Like, there's no master splits on the BeatStars contracts, by the way. So all money that comes in to Kujo, which should be paid to Kujo, rightly so, comes from the publisher, which is nothing to do with me, by the way. I explained this so many times in this conversation, by the way, and he's adamant to say, probably short of like 50 times, pay me my money. I am nothing to do with his money, right? So it's a very bizarre thing to keep saying, but I try to explain that to him patiently. Never really takes it in. Anyway, he calls me a cat.
Hold on, let me pause this real quick. Where we at? 22. Come on, pen. Okay, we have a pen. We gotta write down where we are because I gotta plug the camera in. I saw a notification come and say it was 20%. I don't want it to die. Let's get back into it though.
On this comment, so I pull him up on that. This actually starts to then rub me up a little bit. So I'm like, I pull him up on that. It's saying like, the hell, like, cowardly. Anyway,
the thing what I like with Ren, bro, Ren ain't finna go around. He going straight to the inbox, direct. This guy trying to play public games. We ain't with that. I'm coming to you straight up. That should be 50. Well, I don't know. Oh, this might be this might be true. The Renegades, you feel me? Y'all ain't. I ain't did nothing for y'all to hate me or not like me. So I don't know if this is true or not. He said I woke up to a bunch of angry fans, but at the same time, because of how can I say it? Because of how much light Sick Boy shines on a certain group of people, I could understand the anger, but so this part might be true. Y'all ain't assholes, but like, if you mad, you mad. It's a human thing, so it's expected. So that's fine. And I actually fuck with that too. Like, to have a group that's gonna have your back. I don't want to say no matter what, cause I don't like when people be wrong and then their fans is still trying to make them seem right. If you wrong, you wrong. You feel me? You issue your apology and you move on with your life. Cause what I've realized is that if somebody never liked you, they're never going to like you. So you don't have to. If I tell you sorry one time, or I apologize for something I did that I genuinely felt I was wrong on, and I said I'm sorry, I'm moving on after. I'm not about to beg for your like, I'm not doing it. If you don't like me, just don't like me, and that's fine. But I'm not begging for something. Nobody like me. If I did something wrong, I'm gonna apologize and try to move forward with my life. That's just how life work and should be. But I realize in today's day and age, everybody wants you to just be so perfect and cookie cutter, and you never peed outside, or goddamn, your shoe ain't, you never walked on concrete. Like, bro, no, bro. I done fucked up so many times. I know I'm probably done been mean to somebody, and they probably still feel the way. But the thing is, if I said sorry and I meant it, honestly, so I move on with my life. I don't like to dwell. It's just not what am I don't want to say I like to dwell, but I try not to do it. But yeah, but I do like this approach by Ren though, just going straight to the horse and not just throwing something on the internet. Cause I know him saying anything about it on the internet could insinuate hate towards the person that's causing him pain. Only because I know how much the Renegades love him, and I'm so new to the Renegade family that if I see somebody saying bad about Ren or like a video that I like, I'm like, damn, why he said something bad about that video? That video was actually good. But I'm not thinking about like maybe they just like because people have different perspectives. So maybe I'm not thinking like this motherfucker have a whole different perspective. I'm as a fan of somebody, you probably not thinking like that. You like, damn, why you don't like the video I like? But that's how you got to think about it. Everybody's not gonna be the same, which is fine. We're humans. None of us are literally none of us are the same, no matter how hard we try. Let's keep going though.
I'm still giving him the benefit of the doubt at this point. Anyway, despite this, I feel like he's probably just misinformed, so I still take his side on it, and I go on to reassure him he'll get paid his publishing money because I want him to get paid his publishing money. Doesn't affect me in any way, so like I was like, yeah, I'll chase it up for you. I let him know that I'm happy to split publishing if there's a bit of a grey area, and I'm kind of reassuring him. It's really important to remember this, by the way, guys, because some of the lies that are posted later make me out to be really unreasonable. So I'm like, yo, if there's some simple mistake, let's split the publishing. It's cool. I'm happy to do that. Yeah. Anyway, so he comes back to me and lies more. He says it's always up to the performer to clear the sample. It's not. It's up to the producer. But unless there's been a conversation. But in this case, as you can see, we're willing to make concessions for you to get your fair share. So actually, it's me making the concessions here because he sold a stolen sample, and I'm like, you know what? You can still have some publishing split, right? Yeah. So like, I'm actually being the one that's being quite reasonable here, and he's flipped on his head like, we'll be good to you, you know, because I've done nothing wrong in this situation. Anyway, I was like, and then he says, I was under the impression you would have received a warning. I had no idea that the video would be completely taken down. Another lie, as you'll see soon. He and his lawyer agreed to take this video down as a form of leverage. It was our only possible negotiation tactic to get a response. Maybe message me. They're scratching their head. How can we get a response? Okay, we'll take his video down, issue a copyright strike, which also, I didn't actually violate the contract. Not intentionally. So the only possible tactic, dude, message me. Send me an email. Like, you've messaged me before to tell me that you love my work. So, like, send me an email about this. Anyway, he says he also wants to wrap it.
Ren not fucking with that. Because motherfuckers, he lying, really. Kujo ass really lying. He think he got the upper hand. So he gonna keep lying. You know what I'm saying?
Immediately and get the song back online. Another lie, as you will see later on, because he decides to stick to his guns and use the video as leverage. Anyway, the plot thickens. I get an email from their lawyer, and I'm not going to share it in case they start claiming I'm sharing things I'm not supposed to. But I get an email, and it says, on top of the publishing split, they want a £3,000 payment, right? They want a 15% retroactive split of the master, which has nothing to do with publishing, which means like 15% of everything the song has ever made since it came out. Retroactively, so since it's come out to this moment and then into the future, when I've paid for an unlimited sample, unlimited license beat, and with that you're talking money from record sales, you're talking...
I told you all about that satisfactory word. That's what I'm told you. Satisfactory in these terms literally most of the time means I can't fuck you over, so we're not happy on this side. And you hear what the motherfucker asking for? He want money. He want to split up everything that came out from the song first came out and then future earnings. Fuck no. Move your bumper clot.
from streaming things. You're talking all of that when they haven't put any effort into promoting the song. He's made a beat and he's stolen part of the beat, and he wants 15% of everything the song has ever made for that, plus a £3,000 advance. Out of principle, I wasn't going to give him that. But because like may have been slightly open to negotiations if they hadn't used the song as leverage and actually treated me like a decent person. I hadn't put like lies about the situation, right? But out of principle, I wasn't going to agree to that. And also to clarify, when I've been in rooms with producers and we've made a song from scratch, I've done a lot of like 50-50 splits, or I've done like 25-75, or with other collaborated artists, we just agree on a split that's like 50-50, 25. So, you know, like 15% isn't outrageous, right? What's outrageous is that they already sold it with an unlimited license right from the get-go. So you go into BeatStars thinking, I'm buying an unlimited license for this much money, right? And I was broke at the time when I bought that beat. So it's like you go into the situation buying something, and then later on down the line it can come back and sting you if they go, oh, this slight thing, well, we found a loophole here, which means then now you owe us all this money, right? So it's like, it was kind of unfair, because say you buy a painting off somebody for £10, and then the price of it rises exponentially because maybe the painter dies or something, or he becomes really popular. You don't then just go back to the person you sold it to and go, oh, that painting's worth like 20 times more now, give me a bit more money for it, because the transaction's been done. And that's kind of how I felt about the BeatStars thing. It wasn't about me losing money, it was about the principle of like, we've stepped into this agreement, and I was in full faith thinking I was buying an unlimited sample, but that's unlimited license, sorry, but that's not actually what's happened, is it? Right? And it says that if I don't agree to this, they're within their right to claim 100% of the song because I have breached something in the contract, right? Now, this is what I breached. Apparently, Content ID was turned on the track, okay, on YouTube. As you'll see from my earlier on in this video, I actually specifically requested Content ID was turned off, and my YouTube guide did turn it off. There has been something to do with the distribution where somewhere along the line, even after I specifically requested this, it may have gotten turned on at some point, right? Where this doesn't actually make any money, which we've got proof of, because I actually let reactors, I let content creators monetize their own videos where they're reacting to my songs. I've done this since the start because I believe that everyone should get paid.
Shout out to Ren, shout out to Ren, shout out to Ren, shout out to you, shout out to Renegades. The Renegades definitely one of the fan bases. That Curry trying to kill me, ain't it? God damn. But Renegades definitely one of the fan bases that helped this channel grow to where it's at. If I'm being honest, it's probably like this channel got 2,000 plus subscribers. Probably a thousand of, or on the high end, 900 to 1,000 of y'all are Renegades. That's what I think. I don't know if I'm right. I just know I have a lot of Renegades following me, and I really appreciate it. And so the fact that he does this is also fucking dope for people like me. Even though like I am monetized, but I haven't got paid yet because I'm so, I don't want to say inconsistent, but I don't really understand everything that goes on fully. So I don't like monetizing videos that I think might get me a strike or I think might cause something to happen. But I do, when I upload a video, I wait and I see what they talking about, then I see if I can monetize it or not. But Ren's video, most of the time, you could monetize them, and they usually do pretty well, if I'm being honest. From what I've in my eyes.
Promote me, I'm not losing out. Everyone's a winner. A rising tide lifts all ships, baby. So like,
yes, sir. I'm sorry if y'all heard that, but y'all told me that in the comments too. I don't know if that's his quote, but that is a quote. That's very true and good, because it's true. A rising tides do lift all ships. Yes, sir. Shout out to all the fishermen out there, baby.
I'm like, they're using this as leverage, but legally, but thus is the world. They actually had something to lean on with that. So they were like, look, if you don't agree to these terms, 15% retroactive master split, this share on publishing, and a £3,000 advance against the master, we're going to take 100% of what you own. At this point, I'm obviously pretty annoyed.
He probably mad. He probably mad as hell.
It's pretty understandable, right? Anyway, at this point, they've got my attention, so there's no reason they need to use the video for Sick Boy as leverage, right? So I give him a fair warning. I'm like, mate, if you don't put the video back up on Friday, I'm going to have to put a public post explaining why it's down. And I give him a fair warning, which is also important to remember, because later on he...
My bad, so y'all can hear me. I'm stepping out of this situation now. I've said my piece and where I stand. But this is stressing me out far too much. And he's also, I think he said he just came back from his treatment too. So, can't be doing that, motherfucker. This is stressing me out far too much. If the song isn't back on YouTube by the end of the week, then I'm really not willing to be amicable. On how much I offer for this song if it gets to the point. So please sort that, man. Please sort that, man. It's so fucked up. This whole situation is so unfair on me. I agree that the publishing is unfair on YouTube, which is why I'll do my best to resolve it. But that mistake really wasn't on me. To share the burden, this whole asking for 3K, he like, man, what? Stop playing like that. Asking for 3K, and even more masses over YouTube technicality has really pissed me off, man. Me even offering to knock down to 30. Mar's advice. Giving it till Friday for Sick Boy to be up. Hey, Ren was not fucking off. You're like, bruh, you stressing me out. Listen, bro, you got up till Friday to get my money, man. I need my money by Friday, Craig. Giving it till Friday for Sick Boy to be up. Then I'm making a public post explaining why it's not. And I'm guessing that's this video. I'm stepping away from this. The video doesn't need to be part of the discussion. It should still be up. If this isn't resolved by then, I'm explaining to the world honestly why. Oh, okay. Shout out to you, Ren.
Victim, saying that I've put a post encouraging my fans to bully him, which I didn't. I gave him a fair warning about it. I never once encouraged them to bully him. I just needed to explain why my video was down, because this was proper stressing me out, and I feel like I didn't want to be silenced about the whole situation. But the time comes around, I put the post out, and I'm always still thinking for like a positive solution here. So I have like a brainwave of like, oh, I've got a brilliant solution, right? So I approach him and I'm like, dude, look, I know that things got complicated here, but out of principle, I don't really want to budge on the master split for this thing, but I've got a much better idea, because a lot of my fan base are like, now give...
He's still trying to figure it out. I would have been stopped talking. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Once I say what I said, I apologize. I try to fix it. I'm giving, after 2 tries, bro, that shit up. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's up or I'm over it. So I don't know if I would have ever tried to get a video back up or whatever it would have did, but I would have, once I let it go, it's gone for me. I'm not trying to fix anything else, bro. You know? And I'm not saying that's good or bad. That's just where I am right now in my life as the human I am right now. Not saying in the future it won't change, because a lot of this, I've changed so much from when I was 20, 21 until where I'm at now. So it's like, I don't know what I'm going to be tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I get better or maybe I get worse. I do not know. But me right now, no. I'm not, no.
Because I put the public post out, a lot of my fan base giving them grief, and I'm like, you know what? I want this guy's life to get ruined because of this. Like, despite how frustrated it's made me.
The fact that he's still thinking about him is dope, though. That's one of the reasons I fuck with Ren also. I'm sure y'all, the same reason y'all fuck with him also, but that's one of the reasons I fuck with him so heavy.
This guy to get ruined. I didn't want him to get abused about it. I just wanted to get the song back. That was the thing. So like, I sent him a message. I'm like, dude, look, I thought of the thing, because I am a man of principle. I didn't want to bend to threats and stuff about the song being claimed 100%. So I'm like, I've got a much better idea. Let's make a song. We'll split it 50-50 down the middle. Master, publishing, everything. A song from scratch. Then if we do that way, it'll be like a fuck you to the industry. Yeah, you and me on a track. You'll make way more money this way because it's 50-50. You'll also get my fan base on your side. It's going to be a great thing, because I'm always like, I want to look forward. I don't want to look backwards. I don't want to look at all these things that happened in the past. I'm like, this is actually going to make him even more. And he rejected it. He turned it down, which I still think.
At this point, I don't know if it's Cujo anymore. I'm thinking maybe it's his lawyer, because all these different like avenues he could have went to resolve this issue, and he's just like, no. It's like, come on, bro. At this point, I think his lawyer's in his ear, especially because the song have already started to blow up. So yeah.
This day is a bit of a silly move given what happened and what happened next, but it's a shame, man. And if you're watching this, you really should have taken that. I'm sure you are watching it. You really should have taken that deal. It was brilliant. Not only would it set you up with way more money, which is obviously what you most care about in this situation, but it also got loads of my fans on your side, which would also set you up for all things that you release independently as well, and you'd have come out this looking good. Shame. I offered you that olive branch. I offered quite a few olive branches on numerous occasions, which you weren't interested in. Then after that, there's a post on Instagram saying that I've stolen samples from people, which is bizarre because I never have. So I send him a message being like,
what I told y'all I like about Ren earlier, if y'all was listening, maybe I'll go back and go listen to what I said. And not only Ren, any rapper. I don't like when they post it on the internet, because then, well, especially in America, if two artists post on the internet about stuff, the likelihood of it becoming violent, it's not, well, it depends who the artist is, but the likelihood of it becoming violent, I'm going to say 50%. 50 to 60%. And I don't like that. So I like when one artist, if an artist say something, the other artist could just straight to the DM or the number and like, yo, like, fuck going on? You feel me? I like that. Instead of the internet shit. Like, I like this about Ren. He just, bro, listen, DM. Not playing with you, straight DM.
He said that a British artist has got in touch with him and been like, Ren steal samples, which is obviously complete made up bullshit, right? So I messaged him about that. I'm like, what samples have I stolen? The Vera Hall one that I just put out, totally cleared. We cleared that with publishing company because I actually don't like steal my samples. And then any covers that I've done, they're just on YouTube. You're allowed to do that because there's a cover license on YouTube. So like, what are you talking about? To which he then just like ignores it, takes the post down, and then like
and then he's taking that post
and then just goes on some other fucking tangent. So it's like kind of grasping at straws here to make me look like the bad guy. So we arranged to have this call with the lawyers and Kujo, and I'm actually really excited to have the call because it's the first time I can talk to Kujo face to face, deal with this like grown-ups, like adults, and talk to each other. But it's not how it pans out. So we get on the call, and the first thing that happens is the lawyer just says, look, Ren, I think that you taking this public was very unprofessional. And I was like, hold on a second.
I told you, the lawyer. I told you at this point, bro, it's not Kujo no more, bro. It's the lawyers. Some of these lawyers are greedy because the more they get, the more they win, the more they get. You feel me? The more they win, the more they get. So a lot of these artists, producers listen to the lawyer, which a lot of times is just there for greed. A lot of the stuff that you go to your lawyer for, you could do yourself. The paper, you take your time, read it. Tell the people that you in conversation with, I'm gonna need some time to read this stuff and go over it, and then I'll get back to you. You don't have to do everything on these people's timeline, bro. So that's what I'm telling you. It's probably was the lawyer just in his ear.
I wasn't the person who took this public, first of all. Like, taking the video down is an aggressive move. And also, I didn't take it public, first of all. Kujo was commenting countless things on his YouTube before I even make the comment. Calling me a liar, a coward, a numb. So, like, to say that I took this public, nah, I just responded to what happened. And
he said a numb or a nun? What's that?
A numb. So, like,
a numb? What's a numb, guys? British slang? Probably something bad.
To say that I took this public, nah, I just responded to what happened and then explained to my fans why the song was down. Those posts are still up for everyone to see. All the posts on his comments are still they're there for everybody to see. So first of all, it was kind of like we got into it straight away with me like having to be like, I put it straight, and then everyone was like, okay, yeah, fair enough. The funniest thing about that call is Kujo was on it. He did not say a single word. Even when I like addressed him with questions, his lawyer would interject and go, I can answer that. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to talk to the person who's like, you know, like an adult. I want to talk to this person. And then my lawyer there's even a moment when my lawyer's like, look, I want to address this question to Kujo. Do you actually feel like this situation is fair? He says nothing, and the lawyer interjects again. So for that whole call, which, you know, took about half an hour, 40 minutes, he didn't say a single word. And I thought that was
strange,
disrespectful, given the circumstances. He later claimed that it was because he doesn't legally know enough and it should be between the lawyers. But no, man, like, regardless of your legal knowledge, we can still have a conversation like adults. Like, I'm not here to try and like intimidate or anything like that. I want to talk to you like a grown-up, brother. And that didn't happen. I wasn't afforded that luxury. I was talking a fair bit on that call about how I felt about the situation and what I felt was right. And I also said on that call that I didn't think that a retroactive split was right, because of all the reasons I've mentioned. But it is what it is, man. And then we came off the call, and I felt pretty let down by it, to be honest. This is where the plot gets even more ridiculous, and I'm sorry this is a long video, guys, but this is mad, and this is emotionally exhausting, this bit. So I read a bunch of comments on Instagram from this person talking about the contract, saying things that aren't actually in the contract. I'm like, who the is this? So I message him and be like, yo, by the way, you're misinformed. The contract actually doesn't state that it's on me to clear the samples. Then I click on the profile, I realise that it's Kujo's girlfriend, so I immediately unsend all those messages, because to be honest, look, he was getting grief from my fans, and I think to myself, you know what? He needs someone supporting him, even though that he's been an arsehole. I don't want to like start messaging his girlfriend and shit, whatever. I'll leave her out of this. But she sees that I've unsent the messages, and she instigates the conversation, says, have you done an oopsie? We start chatting for a long time. We'll put those messages up so that you can read it. It actually ends up being, it seems to me, like it's like semi-amicable after a while of talking to each other. Like you can.
No, I don't know what it is, bro. Ren, look, bro. I love you. Maybe it's just the way I grew up, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You sent all of that, bro. I'm not reading it. Ren, you sent all of that, Ren. I'm not reading it, Ren. I'm not, and I'm pretty sure she ain't read it either. You know what I'm saying? Ren, I'm a scroll to the bottom, open my text bubble, and be like, damn. But like I was saying, just to get my point across. And the thing is, this is not even a lot to read. It's just when you end the text and you see all of that, it's like, bro, nah, read that, brother. Nah, read it. But because I'm here for the renegades, we can read it. Before I made any kind of post, I offered money, offered to split publishing, told him I'd chase my publisher, but that I really just wanted my video back. I was getting literally hundreds of messages asking where the video was, and it was upsetting. Then when I saw those comments, he was basically shifting all the blame onto the lawyer. I snapped, look, I'm sure there's truth in what you're saying about his character. I'm not sure if he can see it, but what his lawyer is pushing him to do isn't fair. I told you, it's a lawyer, bro. That's how I see it anyways. He's asking for $3,000 out of my pocket when the problem was the publisher's fault. The fault of Kujo selling it B he shouldn't have, and the fault of everyone not even telling me this frustration was going on. And then all of a sudden I wake up and one of my most streamed videos is blocked, and my channel that I worked really hard on has a copyright strike when I know nothing about this. Then on top of that, I try and resolve it and tell him I'm gonna say gonna, because I don't know what guns mean. I'm guessing going to. I'm gonna get him every penny he's owed, and the lawyer turns around and say they want even more than that. That really fucked him up in his head. He let everybody know that shit. Man, nigga, what? You ain't do no work. You sold me a beat, and I added on to the beat, and I made the song, and I made a video, and I did publishing marketing for the song, and now you want all this for when you ain't put in no work? Crazy, crazy, nigga. I had no idea this situation was even happening. I tried to deal with it really amicably, and even said I'd pay him cash if the people claiming the sample put their foot down and didn't budge. But then posting stuff about me in the comments when I was trying to be calm about the fact my videos was removed just really rubbed me the wrong way. There's still a right way to sort this, but it's between me and Cujo both. Our lawyers are inflating this whole situation. I've offered an olive branch so many times I'm not interested in financially fucking him over at all. Shout out to Ren, man. So you really on some grown man shit. I like that, honestly. But he's still trying to figure it out, and he is right. The lawyer, I don't want to say Ren's lawyer, because from what I've seen at the moment, it's the Cujo's lawyer.
Listen, read this if you want. It's like basically the long.
I'm sorry to reiterate, but I really think the people on your side should have. It was their responsibility since they're working for you, bro. Yeah, they should have. I've told them this too. They say, oh, okay, so like, I guess Ren's lawyers was fucking up, kind of, sort of. Because they didn't tell Ren about none of this. I'm sure if they got to him earlier, he probably would have just shot a message to Cujo, especially because Cujo did say he fuck with the song. I feel for you, Ren, truly. Won't lie, I'm still mad about all the people you sent this way. The Renegades, y'all was not fucking. The Renegades was not fucking off, man. God damn, but I thought Ren is not the type of guy to send people. It's just like fans are passionate about who they're fans of, bro. And now let me give y'all guys a great example of this. Kendrick Lamar dropped a song, right? Dropped the album. It's a comedian, Andrew Schultz. He had a line in the song saying, basically, everybody knows pertaining to Andrew Schultz, right? Boom. Andrew Schultz then proceeded to say something in response to Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar fans, because it's a lot of like race wars, if you want to say. I don't want to say wars, it's like race debates. So people's like, bro, you a white man, bro. Watch how the fuck you talking to Kendrick Lamar, nigga. We'll come to New York and we will fuck your whole shit up. And you just gotta, like, Kendrick did not ask his fans to do that. But because they're such diehard fans, it's like, you don't want. It's like somebody talking about your mother, bro. It's like you don't want nobody talking about you. It's like who mother you talking about? You talking about my mom? Can't be talking about my mom, nigga. I'll dive right in your shit right now. So it's like you can't control how the fans of a person is gonna react, bro. And that's the sad part, cause I could tell. Like Ren, I'm sure Ren tell y'all all the time, bro. Be respectful to everybody. Show a whole bunch of, cause that's just the type of vibe I get from Ren. But that doesn't mean that if somebody say something bad about Ren, y'all not gonna defend him, cause that's just y'all care about Ren. So I get it, but it's like, damn, bro. And then a Renegade art, bro. Y'all a strong motherfucking group, so it's like, boy, I know that shit was hell, man. You probably wouldn't just delete the socials for like until y'all figure this out. That's what I would have did.
Part of it is like she feels like Cujo's been misrepresented, and
I mean, I don't know. Maybe if you knew about this all along, you could have actively participated in the negotiation, true, and maybe reach a point of agreement and avoided the copyright strike and all that ensued. If I were you, I'd be furious at my lawyer for keeping me out of it. I understand the brain surgery means a lot of downtime, but this oh yes, downtime, but this has been going on for so long. We were absolutely flabbergasted to learn you had no idea that's how unbelievable it was to us. He's not asking for money from your pocket, or maybe your publishers are insured in case they mess up. The whole money contract situation seems to be unbelievable. I actually am on the same page there. They're asking 50% on the mastering right, and I said the publisher should absorb that cost. I've already propositioned that I have proof of this too. He like, bro, I'm everything. He like, bro, everything you saying, I done already asked him. Go talk to your boyfriend about this, bro. He like, I'm not trying to fuck the nigga over, bro. You feel me? Because I fuck with him too. You feel me? He made a hard beat. That's why I bought the beat. I fuck with Cujo, but he got his lawyer, man, fucking him up. He's been fucked over too, so fucked over too bad, you know. A dude he used to work with stole his beats, claimed credit. Oh, okay. See, this right here make a lot of sense. Let me see if I could. This right here make a lot of fucking sense, and I understand this. Cause if it happened once, if somebody fuck up your trust one time, bro, as a man, I don't know how it is for women, cause I'm not a woman, but it's probably similar or worse. But as a man, somebody fuck your trust up one time, it's so fucking hard to trust anybody else in the future. And when I say anybody, I mean anybody else in the future. It's so hard to trust people in the going forward. So this makes a lot of fucking sense right here. She said he's been fucked over too so bad, you know. A dude he used to work with stole his beats as a producer. That's damn near your life. Claimed credit and is still making money from his hard work to this day. Everyone is traumatized with trust issues and in this industry, it seems. Yeah. And I was finna say the industry is fucked up, and then he actually said that shit.
And feels like it's a lot of the industry's fault, my lawyer's fault and stuff like that, which is kind of what Cujo feels like, right? She then threatens to break my kneecaps, which, even though it's a little bit out of pocket, you know me, I laugh about.
If I take it public, I'll make sure my boyfriend doesn't get grief, okay? Even though I don't feel like he's dealt with this perfectly, but I know you feel. Leave him out of this, if you do, please. Look. He like, look, I could try, but I ain't making no promises. Or else I'm flying to London and breaking your kneecaps, okay? It was a joke. LOL. When he said the kneecap part, like, what? What the fuck she on? But it was a joke. I have nothing to gain crushing a producer's career.
The thing that rubs me up about things like that is, if that had been the other way around, I never actually once got violent about this situation. If that had been the other way around, they would have been like, Ren.
Yes, and this is true. Oh my, yo, Ren. Life will teach you that, bro. As a man, bro. I don't do, bro. It's hard. I don't want to say it's hard. It's hard sometimes for men, bro. Especially interacting with women. Like a person like me, if I don't know you, even sometimes if I do know you, right? We not about to be nowhere where there's no cameras, where you claim you don't feel safe at. No, I can't do it, bro. In America, I don't know if it's around the world, but in America, the United States, women lie so often. When I say for no reason, I mean for no reason, bro. It's fucking mind-boggling, bro. How they just, bro, it's such an egregious act, bro. Like, they just lie because lying is a thing that's there, bro. If there's no cameras around, I don't want to go. I'm not going nowhere with you one-on-one where it's dark, where no, we not play fighting. I'm not making certain jokes. If like when I used to date, right? You know, I'm locked in now, twin. But when girls used to say certain stuff, like say I would go to make a move on a girl, and she'd be like, "No," that's a no for me. We could wrap this up. But some girls would be like, "No," like playingly. You don't gotta play with me like that. You got to the point where I had to start saying that from the jump. in Miami. Like, I'm not. Don't play say no to me. If you gonna say no, I'm gonna take it as like no, no. Like no means no. That's how. I ain't never heard a no that meant yes, motherfucker. So yeah, I get where he coming from there.
Violent later on, they would have been like, Ran such a violent person or using bully tactics, because they've spoken about like how I'm using bully tactics by simply talking about the situation publicly, transparently. She also gaslights me by saying, you know, like, imagine what would have happened if he had mental health issues. I have a very long list of mental health issues. I am the person with mental health issues. You're not considering what it does to my mental health, are you, when you take down a song that means that much to me? A song that I've poured into, that I'm exposing a part of me that's very vulnerable about my health journey. Like, you're not considering that, are you? All I've done is post publicly about the situation. I've never told anybody to send you guys abuse or anything like that. And actually, if anybody's watching this right now, for clarity, even though I am very annoyed about the situation, I don't want anyone to send them abuse. I don't. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm annoyed about the situation, but it's done now. The song's down. It's gone. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I'm not trying to ruin somebody's life over this. I'll have my own form of revenge, as you'll see at the end of this video. But I'm not trying to ruin anyone's life over this. So, like, if they say to me that I'm trying to incentivize stuff like that, I'm not, guys. I don't want you to go and abuse them, right? But it is up to me to talk about this situation fairly. So, like, we seem to make some middle ground. She's even talking to me about like her ADHD and knows that I've got ADHD, and like, you know, maybe we just got. So I'm like, you know what? She seems pretty level-headed, right? So like, cool. You know what? Maybe these guys are. It's just a big misunderstanding, and we can figure a way to amicably sort this out. And I say to her, look, yeah, I'm happy to split the publishing, but I don't really want to split the master out of principle because I bought this, right? You know, but. Then at this point I start being like, you know what, maybe I'll split some of the master for the future stuff just to get this out of the way, even though I don't believe I should, because they've stolen the beat with a stolen sample. I'm like, if this just gets this over the line, I'm happy to split the future master. I even say that in the email thread to the lawyers and stuff, right? So I'm like, I'm conceding a little bit here because I just want this situation done with.
Yeah.
We end on a good note in this conversation. Then the next morning I wake up to post from
That's that, bro. These people are so fucked. That's what that move is.
good note in this conversation. Then the next morning
that's that look right there. Like, yo, bro, these people are so fucked up, bro. Like, what's going on here? I thought we figured this out.
I wake up to posts from her all over my Reddit lying about the contract, and then I see a comment on Anthony Ray's video where he's talking about the situation from her, saying this is what the contract says, and she made up she wrote a whole passage that wasn't even in our contract. It was completely made up. So after her being super nice to me behind the scenes in this conversation and feeling like we've read, I wake up to read this and I'm like, I start losing my mind because I'm like, these guys, they're like, they pretend they're on my side, and then it's just like they publicly post all this stuff. So I'm like, I put her up on it. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, first of all, this is defamation. You can't be out here like making up stuff that's not even in the contract, you know? So she's like, yeah, it's ridiculous. Right, so next I find a bunch of messages on Reddit from Kujo's girlfriend lying about the contract, which I'm going to put up here, which is actually very illegal, by the way. No, I won't be pressing charges over it. I just want to get this situation out of the way, but so I'm just going to put all these up for you to pause and read if you want to. It's ridiculous, basically. She also says that I was obviously upset, so I wasn't the most cooperative. As you guys, if you skip back in this video, you'll see I was extremely cooperative when I found out what was going on. I was being very amicable when I was trying to offer Kujo solutions and being amazingly supportive and sympathetic. I refuse to fully acknowledge that a mistake on my end causing Kujo not to get paid was at the heart of all of this. It wasn't.
That's a lie also.
and sample was the heart of all of this. Yes, the publishers, right, failed to correctly register Kujo, which wasn't anything to do with me. They've now remedied that, and there'll be a back payment for whatever percentage we end up on. No money's been lost here, right? That is something that was the publisher's fault, which I was very annoyed about, which I actually sent a message to the publishers about, explaining how annoyed I was about that situation, fighting for Kujo in that, when I didn't have to fight for Kujo because he was being a prick, right? So I sent that message to them anyway, fighting on Kujo's side, because despite all of this, I am a man of principles still, right? I kept threatening to sue and go public. No, I didn't. I wasn't threatening to sue. I did say I would go public if my song carried on being used as leverage. I gave them a very fair warning, because they didn't need to use the song, the video as leverage, and they kept on doing that. That was because I kept getting hundreds of messages a day from my fans being like, where's the video, where's the video? And I wanted to address it all at once. And I also felt like I was being treated extremely unfairly, right? I had to accept by giving up all my shares of the song in exchange for a fixed fee. Yeah, that was something between my lawyers. Ren took in public the next morning. Yes, I did.
Kujo also claimed to me and publicly that he had been chasing publishing money for over a year with no reply, which is why he was so annoyed. He did his girlfriend, as did his girlfriend. This was another lie, as proven in the next screen. Please, if you want to read, okay. Dude, literally in the messages you posted yesterday, I said you guys were chase. You said you were chasing for a year, and Kujo told me that multiple times. I can go back, grab proof. Hold up. What happened is Kujo has been asking blank about his publishing for almost a year. When the song was posted, basically, and pretty much goes to him until the Bulgarians showed up at your door. I know you're angry, but everything you're posting or telling me that isn't true makes the situation 1,000 times more complicated. Okay, but wait. You just said it wasn't till Paul emailed. That was April, in my understanding. And then he contacted Kujo back and tried to get him to give up his publishing over the sample. Did you ever reach out to regarding publishing before the Bulgarian court situation? Please tell me you did, because it helps you guys. I'm trying my best to help you guys. Bro, I'm not angry. Bro, I'm not angry right now. I just woke up and I have ADHD, so okay. I don't like when people do that. I don't know how much ADHD affects you, but you ain't about to just tell me you wake up, you got ADHD, and then this and this and that. Like, fucking ADHD, I have no fucking memory, not sense of time whatsoever. Is that a real thing? I don't want to be insensitive, right? But like, motherfucker said, bro, I'm not angry right now. I just woke up and I have ADHD, so I have no fucking memory, no sense of time whatsoever. Bro, what the fuck does that got to do with anything, bro? Like what? I feel like they just throw that in there because they know Ren is dealing with have all these things wrong. I guess wrong with him. I could say wrong with him. Like, bro, why they just throwing shit in there, bro? That just made me look upset, cause now it's like you trying to play with me. Like, what? Oh, I can't even see the top part because of the fuck. Okay, I'm not sure he did, but I'm not sure he did. Like I said, I don't remember, nor was I involved with everything from the get go. Dude, I can show you screenshot proof, and you literally claim you were reaching out for a year last night. Hold up. Ran like, bro, hold on. Let me go right here real quick and show you what you said, cause you just chatting now, bruv. I know there was a call with Blank regarding the sample a while back where he tried to get Kujo to give up all his rights to clear it in exchange for 3K. It was a long time ago. This started in April, as far as I know. That's 3 months ago, man. Not a year. Damn, nigga. I think it's since that thing negotiation started. What happened, bro? Until a month, I was working 50 hours a week and completely burned out. I get that, but it's like you just going and coming around, bro. It don't make sense what you're saying.
Right, let's take this home now. At this point, I've just lost all amicability, right? I'm pissed off. I messaged Kujo's girlfriend and him saying, it's the first time I've threatened to sue, but I'm like, if I see any more lies from you guys about this situation, I will sue you guys. Because it's like, that's my public image. Like, I pride myself on the fairness that I show everyone that I work with, right? And my principles. And I'm also very against greed, and I stand against it militantly, which a lot of you will know from my work and how I treat people. How I treat people that I work with, right? So them spreading this stuff that I'm trying to be greedy here massively hurts my public image. So I was like, if you guys lie anymore about this, yeah, I'm going to do something about it, basically. And then I'm talking to Kujo and things get more heated. We get another email from their lawyer saying, you know, like, if you won't agree to our terms, we will take 100% of the song. That's where we stand on it. That is final. If you do not agree to this retroactive master split, we're taking everything. So I messaged back. I'm going to show you that email. I messaged back, essentially summarizing this email. I just say, I'm going to take down the song myself. I'm fed up of this. I'm fed up of you threatening me with my own song that I poured myself into. I've explained what it means to me. I explained to both of them what it means to me.
I told y'all earlier, bro. People be so, like, want stuff to be so one-sided that it'll just be like, okay, now none of us gonna eat. And that's what I told you, bro. That it's like certain situations at this time of my life, I'm happy I'm never, I don't want to say I'm never in, but I'm happy I'm not in them. Cause like a person like me, I'll just say, fuck it. None of us gonna eat off this then. Yeah, cause you want to be unfair, especially if I'm trying to resolve it and you like fighting. It's like, bro, no. That's fine. None of us will eat. I tell my supporters what happened. Hopefully, well enough that they understand and that we could overcome this. Hopefully, I make another song that's as great as this. The thing with Ren is like he will never. I don't want to say never be able to make another song like that, but it's like that song is Sick Boy is so much a part of him because it's literally his life. A lot of this shit is true, if not all. So it's like, damn, bro. But, told y'all.
So I'm like, I'm taking it down myself. I don't want to let them win over this. I've been in situations in the music industry before where I had to concede because I was broke and I just had to let a powerful, greedy person win over me, you know, like, and I know this is not the same situation. It's not like Kujo is like this in this huge position of power here, but how they've dealt with this whole situation was ridiculous. So I was like, rather than like bend to this leverage and just out of principle, I'm just going to take the song off. And it's ironic, man, because the song is about greed, you know.
Yeah.
And it hurts me a lot that it's down now. It proper hurts me, man. I can't stress that enough because of what the song was and what the song meant to me, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. So I sent these emails. I also sent a mass email out to everybody, the publisher, Kujo, the lawyers involved, just saying how disappointed I am across the board, even from people on my side. I was just disappointed at how this whole situation been dealt with, because ultimately at the core of this situation, the only person getting proper hurt financially from this is me.
Yeah.
Right? Because of my hard work that I've done to promote this music, because of my story and how that's been exploited. I'm the person who will suffer future losses for the earnings, and that regardless of earnings, fuck earnings for a second, that song I was proud of. What it meant to people, I was proud of.
It was a good ass song also.
The messages that I get from people every day, telling me like how much they relate to the song, how much it helps them through difficult times, you know, like that's gone now, that's taken away from people. So yeah, I'm pissed off. Anyway, So I sent that email out. Me and Kujo share some pretty heated words. If you're a petty person, you'll probably like to pause on some of this.
Let's read it. Ren a good nigga, so let's see the pettiness he talk about. Make it make sense. No, brother. I have time for I don't. No, brother. I don't have time for none of this out of principle. To me, what, nigga? To me fatigues, nigga. What? What the fuck am I reading? What a bitch in the hoes at? Fuck you. Oh, I see one fuck you, but I'm not paying you a massive split. You have dealt with this like a cunt. Yeah, yeah, Ren, let him know. You fucking cunt. It's been a while since I heard a proper UK cuss word, and y'all use that word a lot. Cunt. Um, pretty rich coming from you, mate. Anywho, fuck you. Talk to Blank. Tell him your terms. Let's finish this. I have multiple times. You know my, multiple. You know my terms, but that's irrelevant now. I don't give a fuck about the details anymore. I just want this to be over and get my bag. You want bread with a bad lawyer? That's not a god. That's not. You want money, but your lawyer is not a good lawyer. That's okay. Tell what you want so he can tell my guy and we can settle.
Ridiculous. One of the things that took the piss the most that he said.
You didn't say a single sentence on the call, not one. That's because I let the professionals handle business like an adult. Man child, bro. Man child is crazy. When my lawyer asks you to speak, you said nothing. It's actually pathetic. Yeah, because he was trying to play me. Stupid ass. That was a good one. That was a good one, Cujo. That was a good one. That was a good one. No one's trying to play you, LOL. You sold an unlicensed sample and chasing more money than you know.
When I just lost my cool at this point. I lost all patience. One of the funny.
Not gonna listen to your message, but just want to let you know I think Blah has done you dirty as fuck in this whole thing. In his own interest. I think your lawyer is the one that's doing that. And from what I'm seeing, from one artist to another, I'm sorry it came this far and got so fucked up. I'm going to talk to and see what options we have to end this month so we can all move the fuck on. I'd advise you to hire a new lawyer, please. Nah, I ain't getting rid of my guy. You get rid of your guy. If I advise the same, brother, I'm guessing he meant I'd advise the same, brother, suggesting you take down a song about even contacting the artist and then threatening to remove it before we even heard back from original sample owners is bonkers. If you don't want to listen, I'll say it here. If I see one more lie from you or your girlfriend about this situation, I will sue for defamation, so be very careful. Stick to facts, bitch. That's what he wanted to. He wanted to add that to the end. If I see one more lie from you or your girlfriend, if I see one more lie from you or your bitch girlfriend, I'm telling you what Ren wanted to put, but he's such a good guy that he didn't want to. He wanted to say, "Fuck boy, if I see one more bitch ass lie from you or your bitch ass girl about this situation, I will sue your bitch ass for defamation of character. So be careful, bitch." You know what I'm saying? Stick to the facts, bitch. Don't threaten me, idiot. We never lied. It's a promise, fuck nigga. Yeah! Yeah! I'm telling you that's what he wanted to say. He just couldn't say it, so I'm his curse word person. I never lied. It's a promise, bitch. Yeah. Come on now. Unlike you and your fans, your girlfriends literally wrote a whole passage not in the contract. Stupid. How is it lying? My boy said whatever. That's how you know motherfucker losing. When they hit you with the whatever or the okay, motherfucker losing. Probably not so much the okay. I say okay a lot when I just don't want to talk no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm okay, bro. All right, okay. And you literally said to me that it was my responsibility to clear the sample multiple times. Can we stop petty shit? Now he want to stop now because I'm winning. Nah, bitch, I'm proving my point. Fuck you talking about? Can we stop, nigga? Fuck no.
Things he said after all this was like, if you really cared about your fans, then you would leave them the song. So he was turning it around on me when he...
Nigga, what? If I didn't care for my fans, I wouldn't have made this long ass video explaining to them why, bitch. Watch how you talking about me and my peoples. Fuck you talking about? The Renegade's already on your ass. I ain't never asked him. Cause I'm a good motherfucking guy and I got a good heart. That's what he trying to say. If you really cared about your fans, then you wouldn't. They were in the contract, then have a massive split. If you want to chase a breach of contract, you could. You're letting your pride and ego get in the way, mate. I'm not trying to chase shit to you accept my bag. I like that part though. That was a little slick like that. Like, man, I'm trying to get my paper. Once I get paid, you can do whatever you want with the song. I don't give a fuck. Voice note, bitch ass nigga. He said, man, like, I'm tired of typing voice note, bitch ass nigga. Hold this. Let me tell you what he said. It started off with, bitch. Deep breath. Watch how the fuck you talking to me. That shit was not in the contract. You should have read the contract. Bitch. I'm finna go take a nap. I'm sick of this. I'm gone. Just pay me and let's end this. Talking about pay you. Pay you for what? I don't think he understand how much he asking for, bro. He talking about pay him. I did pay you. I bought the beat. This one would have got me mad because I did pay you. I bought the beat. You keep saying I didn't pay you when I did. I bought the beat. You ain't say nothing about nothing until my song started blowing up. And this shit happens so often. But damn, bro, I did what I was supposed to.
Used the song as leverage. He said, if you cared about your fans, you leave it up for them. Then he said, I'm letting my pride and ego get in the way because I'm not paying him money that I didn't think he deserved for selling a stolen beat, right? He's saying that that's my ego. It's my ego's fault. And then he's just saying, he kept saying, just pay me, let me get my bag, I want the money, just give me my money. I explained to him again, like, dude, I'm not the person that pays you the money. I've explained this to you so many times. It's the publisher. And he's like, all right, cool. It finally seems to sink in that, like, I haven't stolen this man's money. I haven't taken a penny of this man's money. The publisher was at fault for not registering it properly, and they're resolving that, and then he'll get his money from the publishing. I don't want a penny of that. I don't care about that money. Do you know what I mean? Like, whatever. He deserves a bit of money for making that part of the beat. Sure. He shouldn't have stolen a sample and sold it to me. Theoretically, he could have all of his publishing taken away, but even after all of this, I still agreed to give him a bit of a publishing split just to shut him up, man. So it's like, I could have been even more petty and dug my feet in there, but I just want this situation over with. So the song's down. The funniest comment that I'm going to end this on, because this is going to be some album artwork, by the way, single artwork, sorry. This is the next announcement. He goes, all right, peace. Your music sucks, by the way. Which is really funny, considering, you know, the message earlier where he told me that it was an honor, or it was like, it was really good to work with me, you know.
Hey, bro, I'm the meat maker from this one. Dope song. Subject, you killed it, man. Always made me happy to see people creating real art with my work and everything. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Screenshots fucked up a lot of shit, bro. But it also made a lot of shit safer for people, bro. Because how you gonna say that knowing you said this? Knowing I don't delete shit. Crazy.
It's funny, hypocritical. funny. But yeah, sure, my music sucks, brother. Cool. That's going to be the single artwork. Which leads me to my last point.
Now I want to go find
ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to have to skip something.
I'm releasing a song about this whole situation. And it's dedicated to Kujo.
Oh, Kujo Beatdown.
And it's coming out next week. It's coming out a week today.
Kujo Beatdown. Let me write
It's called Kujo Beatdown.
Let me write it down.
And I love
Let me
it.
do that one next.
We made an amazing video for it. I made a beat. By the way, the beat has no unlicensed samples in it. I made the whole thing myself. I wrote all the lyrics myself, all the beats are mine. And that'll be going up on YouTube and Spotify next week. I'll also be recreating Sick Boy because those lyrics and that arrangement is mine.
Oh, okay.
So for the anniversary of Sick Boy the album, you will be getting Sick Boy the beat remade, bigger and better than ever, without Kujo's input on it. So look forward to that as well.
That's the version I saw.
And then there's also a third song dropping. There's a little bit more positive. Next week's song is angry, alright? I'm just going to warn you there. And before Kujo and his, like, before they start complaining about blah, 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 artistic license here, you know what? I've said my piece. I'm not interested in ruining your life, bro, but I felt like I needed to get it out somehow. And so I got it out somehow.
Okay.
And I hope you're watching this, man. And I hope you enjoy the song, because it's dedicated to you, baby.
I ain't gonna lie, Ren. If I'm Kujo, you dropped a 30-minute video, I'm not watching it. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I ain't finna watch you tell the whole truth about me.
Anyway, guys, I know that this was a long video, but I wanted there to be no doubt as to where everything stood in this situation and why you don't have a song that means so much to so many people and means so much to me. But there will be a revamped version of that song coming very soon, guys.
Okay.
And if you've made it this far, thank you, sincerely. And I hope there can be no doubt as to this situation.
All right, man. That's it for goddamn 1 hour and 26 minutes. Shit. Well, y'all asked for it, so y'all got it, man. It's a very informative video. So at this point, Kujo Beatdown gotta be next, despite what I already have wrote down that I was supposed to react to. Yeah, bro. This was a lot, actually. I ain't gonna lie. I like this. I like Ren a little spicy. You know, the other view, motherfuckers be too positive all the time, man, and then it just always make you think like, what's wrong? I don't know why there's just a part of human nature. When something is too perfect, we always wonder like, something's really fucked up behind that. But he's not a fucked up person. I'm sure he's done bad things because we all humans. We all do shit. But yeah, man, I'm happy to see Ren just like be like, fuck you, nigga. You feel me? It's always good to see people do that. But yeah, very informative video. I'm happy I came. I started my journey when I did with Ren because I was able to watch Sick Boy. I don't know at this point. I don't know if it's a revamped version or not. But video was dope as hell. Very deep song. I enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to continuing this journey, man. If you made it this far, just like he said, man, I appreciate you for watching, man. Shout out to Ren, man. Shout out to the Renegades. I appreciate all the love everybody showed. Not only the Renegades, but this is for y'all today, so appreciate it, man. Drop a like if you like it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to be a part of this journey. Not only for Ren, but for other stuff I react to. Join it, man. Join the Wolfpack. But yeah, if you didn't like it also, I mean, you might not like it. If you didn't like it, drop a dislike. But if you're gonna do that, at least let me know what you didn't like about it. If you feel like it, it don't matter to me. But yeah, man, that's it for me, man. You already know, the wolf is out.